All right, hi everyone. We are doing our much anticipated Ultimate Reset video. There have been a lot of questions that people had about the Ultimate Reset. As you know, I did not get to finish it, but luckily Nick did over here, so he's going to help answer some of your questions, as well as us kind of go over exactly what the Ultimate Reset is, what it did for him, and all that good stuff, and hopefully there's audio. Can you imagine if we recorded this whole thing and there was no audio? Okay. So first, the Ultimate Reset is essentially, well, people think of it as a cleanse, but it's really not a cleanse because you're still eating and doing normal things, but basically it's a complete detox and reset of your body. Add in anything you can think of. No? I got the book.
Yeah.
One takers. Please, I don't want to edit. So basically there's 3 different phases. The first phase is reclaim, the second is release, and the third is restore. And throughout these 3 phases you introduce and take away different foods, and through the foods and the supplements is how you ultimately succeed at the end. Most people lose quite a bit of substantial amount of weight, they gain energy, they feel better, they're stronger, they perform better in their workouts, and sleep better. I could go on and on and on. But I guess some of the big questions that we had are what the Ultimate Reset is. So I'm telling you what it is. There's a bunch of different supplements. I have them out in front of me. So basically, we'll talk about what you get in the Ultimate Reset. You get this book that I'm like looking through that basically has, can't see what I'm doing. It's got, whatever. He'll show the book. He'll show the book and I will talk. It's got different things about the supplements. Just go through it. About the different food groups you're eating, what these supplements exactly do for you, how to properly do the reset, when it comes to exercise, what you should and shouldn't be doing, the importance of good quality drinking water, and then of course in the book you have all of your meals. You have basically a different meal for each meal of the 21 days. You don't have to do all of them. You can pick your favorites, and from there you can do whichever ones you feel like doing. You can even repeat the same meal for breakfast through that phase, but you do only eat the foods from the specific phase, so that's the only thing. There's a lot going on here. You do become vegetarian. Is it vegan, vegetarian?
Vegan by the end.
Vegan by the end, but if you don't like certain vegetables, that was a big concern brought up to me, you can change out some different vegetables. So if you absolutely hate squash, don't worry about it. There's so many other different things. You can kind of see some of them. And also, there's a nice Schedule. Yes, that's what I'm looking for, schedule. That tells you exactly what supplement you take when, before what meal, la la la. It's easy. It's spelled all out for you. There's no guesswork. There's also a little one for you to take in your bag with you. We'll get into the bag in a minute. So you have that book that has your schedule, the meals, basically answers any question you could possibly have. If the book doesn't, there's this amazing online portal that you get access to when you get your Ultimate Reset Kit.
For 3 months.
Where you can get all your questions answered, talk to other people who are doing it, and all that good stuff. You also get 2 DVDs. The first is, I think, again, like an overview. I don't know. We watched this one. This was a while ago when we did this. This was April, so, well, he did it. So this talks about basically what the Ultimate Reset is doing for you, all this good stuff, and then there's also the cooking. Hi, Nick, you're gone. There's also the cooking book, DVD, that kind of goes over some of the different recipes, kind of showing you how to make them, how to make it easier. Kind of makes it fun, something fun to watch before you get started. You get this little bag, and this is what you'll be carrying around with you every day to keep your supplements on hand, making life easier. There's a little schedule, like we were saying, with basically, with each phase, what supplements you take when, completely spelled out for you. And then there's also, you can't really see.
Just pull them out.
The little pocket is what you can't see. The pocket.
You did pull the pocket out.
You can pull the pocket out. There's a pocket to put your pills in.
Oh, there's even 2 pills in
there.
There's
2 pills still in here from when I did mine, but I only got through 1.5 days.
It was 1 day.
Whatever. It was 1.5 days. Anyway, and then also in here we have our Oxygenize. This is one of the supplements. Like I said, it all spells out for you when you use it. Mineralize. Then there's also 2 more supplements that are pills, which obviously you put in the little pill holes. You don't take these with you, but we have Optimize and Revitalize. Then lastly, I know it's confusing, but really there's no guesswork. It's all right there. Oh, we're dropping stuff.
I need my desk space here.
Then there is your Alkalize. You probably heard a lot about that. This balances your pH, and then It's kind of grassy, but it's a shot. It's like that much. Don't be a pansy. And then there's detox. I didn't get to this, but it looks goofy and it looks gross, but you said it tastes like lemon?
Kind of a lemon, yeah.
Lemon. It's like lemonade, guys.
I wouldn't go that far.
Again, it's not a big deal. So, that is all the stuff that you get. I think I went over everything. And then there's also a quick start guide. That, again, if you don't feel like looking through the book, which you should, it has some good stuff in here. It talks about how the Ultimate Reset was developed, all the 3 different phases, and how to begin. There's exactly 5 steps about how you start. It is that easy. And again, the supplement schedule. You have it 3 different places. So I think we kind of went over the gist about the Ultimate Reset. In case you guys are unfamiliar, Nick lost essentially 20 pounds in 21 days from the Ultimate Reset. Very close, minuscule. He left his socks on. That's why it wasn't completely 20. But yes, so 20 pounds, 21 days. And I guess the first thing I'll get into, one of the biggest questions. It's hot in here. One of the big questions is, do you have to follow the Ultimate Reset to a T? If you miss a meal, if you're going out, if you're doing this, will it screw you up? Unfortunately for Nick, the Ultimate Reset was going into a very big weekend for me because I graduated college and we had family in town and stuff. So naturally, we went out to celebrate my awesome accomplishments, just like a lot of people do with birthdays and graduations and stuff. So, of course, he didn't bring his microgreen salad to wherever we were going. He had to find something on the menu that fit with, or as closely as possible, to the Ultimate Reset. For example, for the dinner, he found this salad, and I don't remember which phase you were in, because like I said, it was like over 2 months ago.
It was the very beginning of phase 3, the vegan week.
So vegan.
Yeah.
So, problem.
Didn't quite go according to plan.
But
it worked out.
It worked out. Exactly. Life happens. You got to tweak things. So he had a salad that had some fruit. It was a light dressing and it had some chicken in it. Woo. Not a big deal. People freak out, but naturally I wouldn't use every day having an occasion to screw up on it because chances are that wouldn't work. And that wasn't the only meal. I couldn't keep track of meals when he had to kind of change things up. There were quite a few of them. But naturally, changing some things and having life happen didn't affect his results because we don't expect you just to sit at home and be a hermit for 21 days. Whenever someone says, hey, let's go and get pizza, you could be like, well, I won't have pizza, but at most pizza places, they have access to a salad and you can add from there, go from there, and whatever. I'm not going to give you an excuse to be lazy or anything, but just, you know, stuff happens. He still brought his supplements with him. He took his supplements, kept that going. Yeah. There's really no excuse for missing those. You have that little bag. You can stick it in your book bag. You can stick it in your purse. He stuck it in his coat pocket. So there's no excuse. You always have it with you. And there we go from there. That's the only question that I could think of off the top of my head that people were really concerned with. We did have some other questions. All right, Nick,
here we go.
Take it away.
We wrote them down.
Let's
go ahead. You like to read.
People had some questions about Nick because naturally he did the reset and I really didn't. But I did eat some of the meals with him. So if anyone has any questions about what's good, what's not, I can answer those. Question number 1.
Yeah.
How are you keeping the weight off? So naturally we started this middle of April, like April 14th or something around there, April 13th. And he has since kept the 20 pounds he's lost off, and I think you've even dropped a couple more since.
A couple more, yeah.
A couple more since.
3 or 4.
So, what have you done to keep the weight off?
Well, the first thing is to not go immediately to Rice Krispie and pizza and stuff like that. You know, I took a couple weeks off from working out because you are supposed to ease back into it, which I was doing P90X2 when we started it up, so I did have to take a break. And I eventually started back over again with that. So I was doing that. I would keep some of the foods from the reset because I really did like a lot of them.
What was your favorite one? You want me to eat it all the time.
It's just so simple. It's the rice bean taco thing.
It's a taco. You put some brown rice, black beans.
Guacamole, boom.
Salsa too. Salsa.
Cumin.
Yeah. Okay.
Super easy.
Give us the Reader's Digest. Reader's Digest version of your post-reset diet. What kinds of things are you eating average? What kinds of things do you like?
Well, I try to keep some of the foods from the reset. It's a little easier right after coming off it. And, this one's trouble here, especially with all those cravings. It makes my life more difficult.
But he's fine. He's fine. He likes to make those taco things. He likes to make other easy things. You're still drinking your shake every day for 1 meal a day.
Important, yeah.
So that's another great thing that you can do. You can have the vegan Shakeology for the duration of the
There's
reset.
a chocolate one now.
There's a chocolate vegan and a tropical vegan. So if you're really stuck on a meal, you don't really feel like having anything, just have a shake and boom, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, and the other big thing is portion control. I noticed since, they give you a specific amount of this meal has this much, measure it out, boom. So you have an idea of what you should really be eating in each meal. And so I've kept a lot closer to that than I know I used to.
So what did you eat? I don't understand that question.
Well, there's some, like you were saying earlier, that some people don't like everything on the list.
Okay, yes.
So, I pretty much kept it simple, simple as possible.
Because he doesn't like fish.
I don't.
And I like fish sometimes. So while we were planning, we were like, maybe we'll try this one, but definitely not that one. So, and also, I'm pretty sure that this is fine. That you can substitute a fish with, obviously, like a breadless chicken breast.
Well, it didn't kill me.
It's a lean white meat. Still had the same results. So
yeah, we only did it once, too. But it was good. And I did notice that I started liking some foods that I previously hadn't.
Yes, like guacamole. I love guacamole. He's like, it's stupid, it's dumb, and now
it does go well on those little taco things.
Okay. Here's a big one. How to keep the meals affordable. Because a lot of people are concerned with, I'm a college student, la la la, I only eat ramen noodles, and I can't afford to eat fresh food. Wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the big thing is, like, if you do just go straight down that list and you go to Whole Foods 10 times a day to get everything, you're going to rack up a bill. But if you kind of look through and plan, like,
sales.
This looks good. Or sales, too, yeah.
Like, go to Walmart. You're not above Walmart. It's cool. Sometimes they have some good stuff, and not some other times. You really kind of have to explore different food options. And also, let's say, like I said, you could substitute vegetables. So let's say you're making something and green peppers are on sale instead of cucumbers, whatever. Get green peppers instead. You can substitute things like that. Could it make a recipe a little funky? Maybe. But if keeping things affordable is one of your biggest concerns, then boom. We're not loaded, and we were able to pick meals. You could even pick meals with just the ones with the cheapest vegetables. Off the top of my head, I don't know what's really a cheap vegetable, but squashes aren't too bad. We get squash a lot. So if you like zucchini and yellow squash, then stock up on those. You don't have to buy the organic baby spinach bag.
And really, rice and beans, you can have that for 2 weeks. For every meal, you make a big pan, whatever. And that's,
store brand rice.
$1 a serving.
Brown rice, bam.
That's not breaking the bank.
No. So you don't have to get, you don't have to do the recipe with the fancy fish. You don't have to do that. So I feel like with the reset, we probably spent definitely not more than what we normally would on groceries. I don't really know because I don't remember, but it definitely wasn't like, nope, we can't get any more food till payday. It wasn't like that. So good stuff. Biggest mental shift and insight since finishing the reset. I know it's been a little bit.
Oh yeah, I know. Where did my note sheet go?
You lost it.
I lost my note sheet. Yeah.
I know we make the most boring videos.
I know.
It's okay.
It's all Miss One Take Wonder over here.
It's real. It's real, guys. It's real.
It's real. Oh yeah. I think one of the big things was the portion sizing. Because I definitely would eat a lot, and especially when I was doing X2, I was hungry all the time. So I was eating a lot more and a lot more frequently. So I definitely gained muscle and lost some fat. Playing with my water bottle. While I was doing the program before, but since, I feel like the results are a lot more visible now that I've gotten to basically the same point I was in it before.
He almost had to have his wedding tux resized. He
I
probably
really should have.
You can't tell from the pictures, and you probably...
Kinda, you can.
Whatever. Okay, you guys can look at the pictures and tell me, but I mean...
It was a little baggy.
That's a pretty big change in just a couple weeks because... So we did the reset in April. That's probably about when you got fitted for your tux, right? Around... Was it before then?
It was before, yeah.
It was before, so right before. And then we got wedding... We got wedding in early June. We got married in early June.
Well, another thing was willpower. That's something pretty big. You know, because unlike someone, I can resist some ice cream. I don't have to.
I like some ice cream.
It's good. It's good. But
it's better than
a
huge piece of chocolate cake, and you can have some ice cream. Yeah. Not during the reset. He's talking about in general. No ice cream on the reset. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Sorry.
But I mean, I think that other people have noticed too that while you're doing the reset, you can say, all right, you know, it's just 3 weeks. I can commit to this. I can stick to this. You know, I paid for it. I'm going to make the most out of it because, you know, after that 3 weeks, I mean, you still have all your meals, which are huge, but, you know, your supplements are all used up, which are helpful. Because I actually have started back up with the Optimize twice a day.
It is recommended that you continue with a certain combo of the supplements to continue with your results. You don't have to, but it's recommended, and that's what Nick's doing right now.
And I have noticed since I started it the past probably 2 weeks, that it is making more of a difference. I also noticed I'm drinking more water too, which is good. So because I found that on the days that I drank more water during the reset, I lost a little bit more weight than those days that for whatever reason I didn't get to have as much. Those gallons and gallons of distilled water.
So hopefully we answered most questions. If not, you can always ask. We're always around. And I guess before we peace out, right, Nick, stand up and show everyone your post-reset bod. No, like literally stand up. Like he used to wear size large shirts, and they were even starting to get too tight. This was even before the reset. It was pretty big. He needs new pants. His pants are terrible. Look at that. That's with a belt. That's with a belt.
Yeah.
So I need to buy him some smaller jeans.
I know.
I do.
And at one point, these were pretty tight, actually.
So, and that's not just with the reset. That's in general. But the reset has definitely boosted it. 20 pounds in 21 days. You guys can do it. It's this guy. He's a picky eater. The biggest concern people have is about I'm a picky eater. Or here's another thing. I have a family member, or I'm doing the reset, but my family is not. Some of the meals, especially if I have kids, they're not going to want to eat it. You're going to have to make something different for them and eat your stuff. Is it going to be more work? Yep. But is it going to be worth it? Double yep. So just do it. Don't let excuses get in the way. If you have any other questions, let us know. This is a very long video. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.